All right, you little mathematicians. Today we're going to learn about one-step equations with fractions, specifically that involve multiplication. So let's take a look. Okay, here we have two algebraic equations, right? 1, 2. I want you to just pause the video for a moment and take a look at these and think about them. What do you notice? So what I'm hoping you notice is that although these look quite different, this one says x over 4 equals 6, and this one says 1/4 times x equals 6. They're actually the exact same thing. And we know this because we know that dividing by a number, in this case dividing by 4, is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal, which is 1/4. So again, dividing by 4 is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of 4, which is 1/4, because of course 4 is really just 4 over 1 as a fraction. Dividing by 4 over 1, which is what's happening to x here, we're dividing it by 4, is the same as multiplying this x by 1/4. So, since we know that dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal, I'm going to show you two ways that we can solve this problem here. 2/3 x equals 12. First way is to look at it and see that, hey, what's happening to x in this equation? Well, it's being multiplied by 2/3. We're going to perform the inverse operation. The opposite of multiplying by 2/3 is dividing by 2/3. And of course, we have to do that to both sides. Divide both sides by 2/3. 2/3 divided by 2/3 is just 1. Those cancel out. And over here, we're doing 12 divided by 2/3. So what is x going to equal? That's what we're trying to find out. 12 divided by 2/3 is the same as 12 times the reciprocal of 2/3, which is 3/2. 12 times 3 is 36. 1 times 2 is 2. And 36 over 2, if we simplify that, we'd get x equals 18. So that's one way. Second way is to sort of think of it like this. Instead of dividing by 2/3, we can just write it like we're going to multiply that by the reciprocal. We can cross simplify, and that will all just cancel out. We're left with just x on this side. And of course, if we multiply that side by this side over here by 3/2, we're going to have to multiply this side by 3/2. And like we showed before, 12 over 1 times 3 over 2 gives us 36 over 2, which we can simplify to get 18. So basically, we're just remembering earlier stuff we've learned early in the year, namely that dividing by a fraction is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So when we see an equation that on one side has a variable and a coefficient that's a fraction, this is the coefficient, remember, in front of the variable, then we know what to do. Thanks very much. Practice the problems in the forum, and we'll see you in class tomorrow. Adios.